First of all, we kind of asked as a headline whether planners were feeling optimistic or pessimistic about the current state of the industry and their role in it. And overall, we found them pretty positive. 56%, if you can't read the slide, 56% believe strategists are gaining influence within their agencies, and 56%, the same amount, expect their teams to expand over the next 12 months. So generally, at a top level, yeah, people feeling pretty good. Dig into that a little bit, and there's a bit more anxiety.
This is one of my favourite little quotes. All the gear, no idea. By which I mean the fascination with, and rightly it's so important, the fascination with the technology that we now need to do our brilliant, modern, fully integrated, end-to-end digital personalised marketing experience is taking our eyes off actually the power of a powerful idea. And then data porn. I mean, we've seen some of it today. We see it in every single meeting in town. I think it's fascinating that I've always loved, it's really fun to get a really, really complicated set of data and have time to play with it and look through it. But anyone who's any good knows you can tell almost any story you want with the numbers. Am I right? Have you done that? No, we never do that. People do. The challenge actually is, what is the ratio of signal to noise? And there is so much noise, no one's thinking about the signal anymore. Stop time. What I mean is, we are selling at time. Is that the right way to think about it? Is strategy viable by the minute? I guess possibly. Have your best breakthrough ideas happen in time-based chunks? No, they were months of reflection followed by an amazing shower, watch TV, and something popped into your head. That's exactly how we should be thinking. Why don't we price to value? Why don't creative companies help explain to their clients, what I'm going to talk to you about today is worth $100 million over 5 years. So I think we can say, I'll take £1 million for that help for you. And if it takes me 10 years to get there, or 1 year, or 1 week to get there, that doesn't matter. The consultancies, the best lesson I think we can get from people like Accenture and so on, apart from in technology, but in general terms, is their ability to predict the future and make a brilliant, brilliant case for what our clients should be investing in and how it should work.
Marketing can't crack it alone. We need to form some valuable partnerships. So in a world where tactics are driving strategy, what does strategy look like going forward? What kind of strategic advice do marketers and brand owners actually need? In a world where media innovation has taken the world by storm and created fantastic connection points or touch points with customers, how do we capitalize and use those to create amazing brand storytelling opportunities? Where's the creative thought leadership going to come in that space? And in a world where probably everybody in this room in some way, shape or form is competing with the guys in Seattle, how do we form the next most important coalitions that are going to benefit all of our businesses and come together to help drive the industry forward?
The one thing for me that's a bit of a non-question is that brand owners have to own brand strategy. Even writing that sentence sounds weird because brand owners need to own it. Because they own the triggers of the associations, so the logo, the font, the jingle, whatever. They invest the money on building those associations. They reap the rewards of them. And they are the only organization in that whole mix that we talk about that actually has access to most of those knobs and levers that you can manage. So for me, that's a bit of a non-question.
Traditionally, planners are at their best when they're upstream, when they're helping clients deal with complexity and providing clarity. That's where we started, and that's where I think our comfort zone is, and that's where we should be. And increasingly, we need that because of, I think, what all these guys have said. It's increasingly complex. There's more information than ever before. We are in the age of disruption. There are more startups, more little brands coming up, attacking the big guys. So it feels pretty overwhelming. And who knows what's going to happen? We've asked to talk about the future of strategy, and we were saying, I don't know. It's pretty kind of uncertain out there. And that's the time when planners can actually have a really big role. It is information overload. It is just too much, and we can't expect marketers to kind of do everything and learn everything and know all that data. It's a lot. And a lot of the time it ends up focusing on the wrong decisions and probably safe decisions. It ends up learning from the past and trying to recreate that rather than actually taking a leap. With this shift and this complexity, it's becoming more on the consumer's terms. They get to decide what they think of our brands. We don't get to decide it for them. So we have to get their attention. We have to engage them and make them feel something. So I think execution is great, and we should embrace it and push it to as far as we possibly can. So if creative is, I think planning should be. Planning should absolutely be more executional. We should understand that intersection where creativity meets the consumer, and we should learn everything about it. And with consumers moving and changing so quickly, we should be more executional in the way we plan, and be nimble and be flexible and be adaptive and not be attached to that brand onion that you created in a workshop however many months ago.